All right, so we're here at the 2022 Mid-America Truck Show here in Louisville, Kentucky. Standing here with Buck Crombie. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you, sir?
Doing good, doing good. I was walking through the parking lot, and we struck up a conversation, just chit-chatting about a bunch of stuff, and I realized we need to go ahead and put this old girl on the videotape here. What do you got? So tell us about the truck. What do you got here?
First off, it's an '88 model 379. It's number 482 of the first 500 built, and it's one of the last ones built in Newkirk, California.
Okay.
I'm the fourth owner of it, and I know every owner that's ever owned it.
Really?
And it, up until I bought it, it had never been registered in any other county besides Canadian County, Oklahoma, in its whole life.
Wow, so it never really went far, huh?
No, sir.
Wow.
So it's only been registered in 2 counties its whole entire life.
Okay. Right on. So
When I bought it, it was a day cab. It was missing paint on the hood, and
Really?
I stretched it.
Okay.
Completely redone the whole truck.
All right, so you said you stretched it. What was the length before you stretched it?
It was 270-inch wheelbase.
All right. Well,
And now we're at 308.
very nice. It's a popular number, 308 there.
Yes, sir.
So how did you come about the truck? Meaning, being the fourth owner, did you hear it come up for sale and you always wanted it? What's the story?
So I knew the old man that had it. He was kind of like a grandfather to me.
Okay.
And he still owns every single truck he's ever owned except for this truck and one other truck.
Okay.
And the condition of him selling it to me was that I keep calling her Ruby because he names his trucks instead of numbering them. So when I redone the truck, I repainted it red in order to keep calling it Ruby.
That's great. Now you did mention something about the paint that was pretty, I guess, unique for this truck.
Yes, sir. It's legendary red, which has glass flake in it instead of metal flake, and it just came out a few years ago, and it's an actual Peterbilt color. But like I said, it wasn't around when this truck was produced. So
Okay. Very nice. What do you do with it? I mean, what do you haul?
I haul bricks on a flatbed with a forklift to job sites, to housing additions, new schools, new buildings,
Okay.
and so we're off road all the time, trying to get those bricks close to job sites and stuff.
Cool. So how many miles do you have on it?
It roughly has about 1.7 million miles on it.
Okay. How many do you think you put on since you owned it?
About 500,000.
All right. Yeah. So
I bought this truck in, I believe, early of 2017.
Okay. So prior to having this truck, did you run any other trucks?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had a 386, and when they come down making the e-logs mandatory, I decided I didn't want to do that anymore.
I do not blame you. So what does the truck have for a motor then?
It's got a B model motor. It's turned up 30%. It's got a Borg Warner Stage 1 turbo and a PDI intake on it.
Oh boy.
It's got 336 rear ends with a 15 big hole against the dash.
Oh boy, we're talking serious business now, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's can we take a look underneath the hood?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that pretty? Like that.
So other than that, I've tried to keep it all original. I've cleaned it up a lot from what it was when I bought it and factory. So we've just tried to keep it simple with a nice yellow motor. You can't get no nicer than that.
Got that right. What class are you showing in here?
Working bobtail.
Okay.
It still has the original fuel tanks from '88 on it, but about a year ago I replaced all the wheels. It had the original wheels on it till about a year ago. I had 5 of them cracked, so I decided it was time to replace all the way around.
Yeah, that's a good choice. I think you did. All right. So, out of everything what this truck is, what's your favorite thing about it?
I would have to say everything. Just because, I mean, I built it and it come from nothing, and every day I'm always changing it, which always brings new excitement to the build. I mean, I put the stripes on about a month or so ago. It was solid red up until about that point.
Okay.
And I think the stripes just set it off. I think that'd probably be one of my more favorite things about it.
Any other plans for it?
No, sir. I think I about have it all dialed in finally.
Oh my gosh, this is the first time a guy said that he has his truck done. It's gonna be done. Oh boy, I think you'll probably come up with something. Have you seen something here at the show that makes strike you as a good idea to do to your truck?
I think the only thing left I want to do is air ride the front end.
There we go.
And then the next thing I want to do is retire it, so that way when I get ready to retire, I still have something to glean from.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. You told me about the name of the company. So how did you come up with 3C Express?
Well, I'm the third generation. My dad drove, my grandfather drove, pretty much everyone in my family drove. And since I'm the third generation and the first initial, my last name is C, that's how I come up with 3C.
Yeah. All right. So what are some of the things that were passed down to you as a third generation driver that you picked up from the other men?
Self-respect, respect for others, just simple things, like pulling up on the fuel islands and taking pride in your ride. Yeah. and taking pride in others' ride too, and just what you do, because it is a profession. Not only is it a profession, but it's also a lifestyle, and it's something that you have to live and do every day.
Yeah. That self-respect too. Once you have that for yourself, you end up passing that on. The respect to the other drivers, and it feels good when you're someplace and you're respected that way. You feel that you want to hand that off to somebody else. So that's great. Anything else that your folks may have handed down to you that you picked up on?
Just keep going. Just keep trucking. Even when it's tough, just the only thing you can do is just truck.
Yeah.
So
true. Get out there and put a couple 100 miles down, clear your head, kind of thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Right. Well, we heard somebody else just fire up here. You mind firing this thing up for us before we go?
Yes, sir.
Sound like that, you're just listening to that idle all day long. Well, at least I'll speak for myself.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Round on it a couple times for me. While you're in there, I'll take a peek at that interior.
Yes, sir.
So you got some pinstriping going on here, a nice floor. What else you got going on in there?
So the pinstriping was done by a guy all by hand out of Oklahoma. His name's Lee Allen. And the wood flooring I done myself, and I made my lines in my cab and my sleeper match.
Okay.
It took me about 2 days to do it. The interior was done by Brad Barentine and Truckin' Awesome in Bogota. We just done a simple gray and red diamond stitching to bring the inside and the outside together.
Okay. Very nice. Anything going on in the sleeper there?
No, sir. It's all original.
Okay.
I left certain things on this truck to remind myself where I came from.
Like what?
I left the original sleeper, and I left the firewall, the original color.
Okay.
Just little things that I would notice that would remind me.
Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. All right, Buck. Well, thanks for taking a minute to talk to me on camera, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right.